Interest doesn't disappear all at once. Instead, it fades, slowly, quietly, like microscopic fractures spreading beneath the surface. Today, we are going to walk through a concrete protocol to objectively assess if someone's interest is fading. By the end, you will have a specific behavioral checklist to protect your own boundaries. To get started, pull up a recent message thread with the person you want to evaluate. Keep it open as we move through these steps. We are using actual messages because hard data strips away the noise. Having an objective record right in front of you prevents your brain from inventing emotional excuses for their behavior. Step 1 is diagnosing your baseline. Scan the thread you just opened. Don't read the individual words right now. Instead, look for overarching shifts in the speed and the energy of the replies. Look at this interface. The left side represents healthy, mutual interest. Notice how the conversation is flowing. The message bubbles are equal in length, and there is clear, reciprocal effort from both people. Now look at the right side, which shows social withdrawal. The physical shape of the conversation changes. The responses shrink into short, delayed, and entirely neutral single words. A neutral emotional tone means the conversation has lost its variation. It becomes entirely flat and predictable. They aren't necessarily being rude, but they are no longer trying to be engaging. Diagnosing your baseline comes down to this. You aren't analyzing what is actually typed on the screen. You are recognizing the glaring absence of engagement and emotional energy. Once you establish the baseline, we can measure the specific dynamic of imbalance. This occurs exactly when mutual investment drops. We measure this in 3 steps. Step 1 is assessing initiation. Look back over the past week in your messages and count who starts the conversations and who actually keeps them going. Step 2 is assessing effort and curiosity. Check to see if you are doing all the heavy lifting. If you are asking all the questions and getting nothing back, the chat has turned into an interview. Step 3 is assessing consistency. Look closely for broken communication patterns. This appears as sudden unavailability, large delays, or relying heavily on the excuse of being busy. Unpredictability is often misread as mystery. In reality, when a pattern of consistent communication breaks, it signals that their priorities have moved elsewhere. When you notice that shift, the immediate instinct is to fall into the panic trap. You try to fix the fading interest quickly by sending more messages and forcing interaction. This backfires because your increased effort creates immediate pressure, and pressure actively repels people. It pushes them further away. To avoid the panic trap, you need a direct behavioral counter-strategy. We call this the Daily Boundary Habits Protocol. You might want to take a screenshot of this list. Habit 1 is staying calm by not reacting emotionally to their delays. Habit 2 is deliberately adjusting your own behavior to mirror their exact level of investment. Habit 3 is giving space. Make a strict rule against filling in conversational silences yourself. And habit 4 is allowing the interactions to simply pause or end naturally. Implementing these boundaries removes the pressure from the dynamic entirely. It effectively neutralizes your panic response and restores your own emotional equilibrium. Now that you have stabilized your actions, the final phase of the protocol is internalizing a calm, realistic response to the situation. This requires a 3-part checklist. Item 1. Acknowledge the shift with objective awareness rather than frustration or denial. Item 2. Maintain your self-respect. Recognize that chasing a retreating person inherently lowers your own perceived value in the dynamic. And item 3. Accept the reality that you cannot control another person's interest. You can only control your own reactions to it. Letting go of the need to control others ensures you maintain clarity over your own decisions. You now possess the clarity and the objective data required to see the relationship exactly as it is, entirely devoid of emotional excuses. Healthy connections flow naturally because they have a frictionless balance to them and never feel forced or strained. Stop chasing uncertainty, actively choose clarity, and maintain your high personal standards. Self-respect serves as the only foundation where a mutually invested connection can actually thrive.